That very difficulties you just had trying to explain it, I understand it. Everybody else that makes money understands it.
Yeah.
So when people that aren't making money and they see this carnival that follows ICT around and why they're so passionate, they think that's the only way they can explain the feeling they have is by going to war for me. That's why they act the way they do, because they can't articulate any other way. They feel like they have arrived. They're at their feet, they're at their peak performance of their life. They're doing something that most people couldn't even imagine doing. This industry is so complex, it's hard. Not only are you trying to beat the industry standards, but you're competing against yourself. You are such a formidable adversary. People don't even realize how hard it is to overcome ourselves in trading. And when you finally get to that point where you master yourself, because you're never mastering the markets, when you master yourself and you finally get yourself in that position where you know exactly why you're doing something, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, and defeat ain't even part of the equation. Like, you know that you're going to be successful. Once you finally reach that peak performance level, you're dialed in. There's nothing taking you out of that. No one can convince you that you aren't exactly where you're supposed to be at. So that's the reason why it's hard to articulate. You can't explain to someone. You can't explain to a lamb, to a sheep, what it feels like to finally be a lion. They'll never understand it. And that's why we do this. It's not just the money. We love what we're doing. We love it because it fulfills our life. It gives us every aspect that we've been striving for. Jobs aren't going to do it. Titles in a company ain't going to do it. You carved your own man, your own woman, you're your own person. You've carved that out from due diligence, showing up every day, going through the motions, suffering through the periods where everybody else was already counting you out. And you're like, you know what? You said I wasn't going to do it. Watch how fast I get there now. And that's the mindset. So to me, I think that's, the core essence of why a trader does what they do. It's not the money. We're motivated by the money, but what keeps us doing it? It's that. When we're on, there's nothing better. It's better than any drug. It's better than any relationship. And my own personal life is a testimony to that. I love my wife. I love my children. But this has always fulfilled a role in my life that would never be filled by any of that. And that is an honest, unfortunate truth to me as the person. I feel I am the person I'm supposed to be doing this, more so than the husband that I signed on to be with my wife and the father of my children. And that's a very hard thing for someone to understand. But career traders, the people that have poured themselves into this, it's not the right thing to do. I didn't make the right decision doing those types of things and making trading more important than my family. They suffered because of that. And now, because of me looking back on all that, I can see I didn't make the right decisions. But at that time, it was so fulfilling, I couldn't put it down to divert my attention to other things. And only a trader would understand that. And it's a very complex relationship that we have as traders with the marketplace.